Hey there, this is Christine Landl, and I am with my sister, my best friend, my business partner, Jennifer Ream, and we are so excited to be here on yet again another platform that we are creating and another chapter, another piece to our journey.
The Well Podcast. This is Jennifer Ream. So excited to be here with you guys. Our intention for this podcast is all about sharing our love for all things wellness, holistic wellness that is. And we are here to uplift, plant some seeds, and support you on your wellness journey. We've always loved being able to be out there with our community, sharing all the things that we learn. And as we grow and learn new things, we love to put them out there, and maybe they'll plant some seeds for you and help you along your journey. So here we are. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome back. So happy that you're here with us today, and we're ready to dive into some fun topics about some things that we get asked about a lot. I would say that we're not experts in the skincare field, but by any means. So just take that one as disclaimer.
Yeah.
But we do get asked a lot, and because we are conscious of the products that we put on our body, which is so important, people, like our skin is our major organ, and what we're putting on our body is just as important as what we're putting in our body. So just going to chat a little bit about that, what we're using, but also what we're doing and some of our favorite treatments that we love to do to age gracefully. And that's how I always love to say it. Like, I'm not looking to stop the aging process. I mean, that's just a natural part of life, but I do want to age gracefully and do whatever we can. And it's fun. It's kind of fun to try new things. That's what I'm always been doing, is like trying new things, whether it's food.
I think it's the same as the food situation with the skincare situation. I feel like it's the same thing, especially because it's changed so much. It's evolved so much in the last, I would say, decade. Like our options, what we can get, and that's clean, that you were so limited before, like in our 30s and stuff, like, or 20s even. You just were, we didn't think about it much. Just wash your face with Neutrogena or whatever.
Right.
But then as we got interested in like clean beauty care, skincare, food, then you start connecting the dots with what you're putting on your body. But now we have so many great options. So I feel like we're kind of always switching it up, which is a good thing.
Well, I think it's important just to quickly tell everyone why, once we learned, it wasn't that long ago, I don't know, like 8 years ago or so, we learned that in the United States, we really don't do our due diligence on putting chemicals in. Obviously, we all know this. We don't do our due diligence on putting chemicals in products. I mean, if you've been listening to us for the past 42 episodes, you know how we feel about that. But when there's like 1,500 chemicals banned in Europe that are not banned here in the United States in our personal care products, it's a little bit of a red flag. And you have people who have moved here who are like, oh my God, I would never use your stuff. And actually your stuff's not even allowed into our country. Like they flush it down the toilet. I mean, we've heard stories like that. And so when you hear that kind of stuff, it's like, oh, geez, why would I want that to go on my skin and penetrate into my blood? And who knows what it's wreaking havoc in there. And so,
well, we know it's a hormone disruptor. And we've talked about that before, where that's one of the main reasons why you have to be so careful, because it is a hormone disruptor.
Especially with our young girls and our teenage girls and guys too, but they just don't necessarily put as much emphasis on all the products that we do. So fragrances, I mean, unless you see that it's essential oils in your personal care products, you probably have a fragrance in there, which are highly toxic and, again, endocrine disruptors and all kind of bogging down our liver. Our liver has to process all of that. So it's a big deal. And, we're at that point too. We're both in our 40s, mid 40s, and that we want a little bit of both, because we want the stuff that works also. So it's trial and error. And like Jen said, we're constantly switching things up and trying new things and spending a lot of money on figuring out what it is, plant stem cell oil and
growth hormone oil.
Yeah,
like,
exfoliate the heck out of your skin. I mean, whatever you can do to like stop that new wrinkle from creeping on in. But so
But I will say, like coming off a cleanse recently,
big difference.
Yes, and it was noticeable.
Yeah,
like I was like, my skin looks kind of really damn good right now. And I mean, obviously, I've got your 40-year-old face with wrinkles and stuff like that, but like I just could tell like the radiance of my skin. And even when I went and got my nails done, she was like, what have you been doing? Your nails are growing like crazy. I'm like, well, I just came off a cleanse, and this whole week my nails look honestly the best that they've looked in years.
Yeah.
So there's so much to be said about how your skin portrays what you're putting in your body with food and drinks, and you can just see it in your face.
Yeah,
so
there's gut health.
It's something to be said for that part of it too.
Oh gosh, I think that's a huge piece of it. If anytime, like especially with my kids or my husband or anyone that are talking about breakouts and they can't, it's always like, well, like what are you eating? What is your gut doing right now? And a lot of times it's just taking sugar and alcohol and the hydrogenated oils out of your diet. I mean, those three things alone.
Right.
Caffeine can dehydrate us also. So watching your caffeine intake, but alcohol is super obviously toxic, but it's also very dehydrating for your skin. So it's like, sometimes that's all you got to do is take those things out and just to see that
what change in your skin. Yeah.
And then add in the nutrients from your cold pressed juices and all of that. Like that's a really huge component. And then you bring on like all of your products that you want to.
Yeah. And I think just from like I don't even know what you have in your drawer. We're always sharing links back and forth. Christine and I always share something like on Instagram or just links back and forth about what I'm trying, or I'm going to try this right now. We're both doing we're testing something out with the gray hair right now.
Yeah.
She's doing one thing and I'm doing another, and we're going to see how this works and see if one of us gets better results than the other.
I have way more gray hair than Jen. Jen's older, and I have the barley gene apparently where everyone grays early. And
but we're still, so she's taking a certain supplement and I'm doing a certain vitamin combination. And I'm not going to share it yet because we'll report back on it.
Yeah.
After we see how this goes.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a perfect example of what we do, like trial and error of certain things and certain combinations.
You have to stick with it long enough to see.
Yeah. And none of it's bad. It's all good stuff anyway. Like it's already it's vitamins and stuff, but it's like
and we're not doing
certain ones.
Yeah, and we're not buying anything unless we're doing our full on research of it anyways.
Yeah.
Like that's just our nature.
Exactly. But it's fun to play around with stuff. And I think so right now my routine with skincare is just like washing my face again in the morning. I'm not as strict about my cleanser. And we were talking about this recently. I'm not as strict about my cleanser because I'm washing it off.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As opposed to so I use Beauty Counter Cleanser, which is still one of my go-to brands for different things. There's certain products from Beauty Counter, and that's kind of a little bit of a rabbit hole to talk about. But there's been some changes within that company and what we used to wholeheartedly believe in with them. They've kind of made some changes that we can't really get behind.
They were bought out by BlackRock.
Yeah. So that kind of says it all. If you don't know what that means, then it just means that they're not the small women-owned business that they once were. So you can tell it in their marketing and things like that now. But
you really can.
I do know, we still know that they do their due diligence with their products, and it's still a good option. So I like that. And for the cleanser, I'm not willing to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a cleanser that I'm just washing my face with. So I will use the Beauty Counter cleanser, which is still nice. It's still like their anti-aging cleanser or whatever. But I like to try different serums and different moisturizers, and I love oils. I love Agent Nature, which is, her name is Jenna. She's in the States, and she makes a really amazing product line, very high-end product line. But I love her serums and things like that. And I will invest in those because they go a long way and they last a long time. I feel like I can just do a little bit.
And her rose water spray is insane. The smell and Yep. Same person that we use collagen too.
Yes, her collagen. Yep. yeah, you had amazing results. If you're having hair growth issues, Christine had amazing results with her Holy Mane product.
And it's just, and that's like every day, taking it for about 1.5 years now. But when I lost all my hair when I was had a virus like a couple years ago now, and it kind of like lost the same amount of hair I lost after each of my kids, like that kind of amount, a lot. So where I had to cut my hair, it was really thin, and then now it's probably the healthiest it's ever been, and it grows really fast. So that stuff's amazing.
Yep.
Hair and nails, skin.
Yeah. Yep. So I love that product line. Anne-Marie.
Gianni.
Gianni. That one is good too. I just got in a couple. I had forgotten about them, and Christine reminded me about those. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna order those.
Yeah, I just got back. I think I probably started using her stuff, probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, she's got a whole different kind of lineup now, it feels like.
Yeah,
stuff I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I started facial oils with her line. And and then I think I did a Black Friday thing. But anyway, I've been using those for a couple months now, and the smell alone is just insanely so beautiful. It's like I climb into bed and Bobby's always like, "Oh, you smell so good," and it's literally my serums and oils. So
Jane Iredale is another one. When you say that, like there's a couple product lines of hers that I really like. Her lip gloss and her bronzers. That's what I use. Love her bronzers. There was something else that her mascara. Using their mascara. So those are all, like, that's another whole good product line that we have.
Roxy's thirsty, if you can hear that. She's really loud.
Roxy is a part of the podcast, part of the family. It's winter. I can't stick her outside.
No, she's such a sweet girl.
She's a sweet girl. Yeah, so those are kind of my go-tos.
There's one that you told me about recently, and I think it's called Pure something.
Oh, yeah.
And I did order some of their products, and I really liked them.
Go Pure.
Go Pure?
No, that's the eye cream. It's called Go Pure, but it's Pure.
It's something. Oh gosh, we'll have to put that in the notes. It's not Pure Formulas.
No, it's not. I literally get their texts, and I have tons of their stuff in my bathroom.
Yeah,
right now.
so I got their vitamin C, I got their lifting serum, and another one. And I really liked it. And then that City Beauty.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's
not. No. You're going down the rabbit hole on
that one.
Yeah, I think
that one's not so good. But the Pure,
okay,
we'll link it. That one, I found out about their retinol cream from Sophie Giuliano. And that was a couple years ago. She had done this whole, and if you don't follow Sophie Giuliano and you're like, if you are in your, I would say 50s, 60s, you should definitely follow her YouTube. She gives such great content, and she's awesome. She shares all kinds of amazing, great information for, I would say, aging gracefully. So anyway, she shared some products that she was using, and I got on, and I was shocked by like the cost. Very affordable.
Very affordable.
Very affordable. So I love, and they do a lot of promos and stuff, and I get their texts, and dang it, I can't think of it right now, but we will.
We'll link it.
Yeah, we'll link it. So that is a great product line. They have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to choose from. Yep. So yeah, that's kind of what we're using right now. So as far as like, I would say body maintenance and stuff too. We both love dry brushing at least once a week where you're taking the dry brush. I just actually ordered the one from Anne-Marie, and I haven't tried it yet. It just came yesterday. So
I just bought a new one.
And you're kind of you can YouTube it and see what the best way. I kind of just have my own routine with how I go down. You're going down your body, down your arms,
up
down
your
arms. Legs. Yeah. Up your arms,
yep.
Down. And then like you're going in a circular motion around your abdomen. And you want to do it before you get in the shower. So you're dry brushing, just getting the lymphatic system, helping that along. Exfoliating the skin, obviously, is great for just getting your skin to breathe and remove toxins. And so that's a great thing to incorporate in your daily routine. When I get out of the shower, I do body oil and lotion combo.
So do I.
So lotion's just not enough.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah. So I do just like a body oil, like Beauty Counter has one.
I use Osea, OSEA.
Okay. And sometimes I just get Burt's Bees from Thrive Market.
Okay.
It's like $12 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you just do a little bit of that with your lotion, body lotion. So yeah, that's what I do that every single day.
Well, I think it also like locks in the moisture too. Cause like you said, I feel like
keeps your skin hydrated.
Yeah. I feel like just lotion alone, like my body sucks that right up. And it's like, can't even tell it. But with the oil, it's just the most soothing, soft feeling. Even when you go to like put your pajamas on at night, I'm like, oh, my skin still feels so soft.
Yeah. I love it.
And Beauty Counters, it used to be called Baby Balm. Now it's called Body Balm. Mm-hmm. And that is such that should be in your like literal medicine cabinet because it's amazing for any sort of skin condition, a cut, a scrape, but also any sort of like eczema patch or dry skin on your elbows, your knees, your feet, anything like that. It's
still
so
our go-to.
healing. Yeah. We've watched it over and over and over again heal within a day or two of any sort of ailment. And then you can throw a little lavender oil in it. We do that a lot too. If sunburn or a cut or a scrape or a bruise, put some lavender oil in it with the Baby Balm. And it's just very healing. So that's something that everyone needs to have.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I would agree. And then kind of just to wrap it up a little bit, I would say what we're doing with like
treatments,
more treatments. And I love doing facials, and I like to do a combination of like sometimes it's microderm abrasion, and then the other times it's a hydrofacial. And then I like to do dermaplaning every time, where they get that all that peach fuzz off your face, and it just gets that dead skin, the top layer. I love that. I feel like I get great results. I can feel cell turnover within that whole week after. I
feels
love
a little bit gritty at first.
Yeah, I like alternating between doing a microdermabrasion facial one month, and then the following month or 6 weeks or whatever doing a hydrofacial, and like just kind of alternating the two. I think it's like a great combo for your skin. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of been my thing this year that I've been doing.
We love to go to Lindsay at Sissu&Tylli in Clarkston. She's both of our esthetician facialists. She does our lashes. So she's, does an amazing job. And I would say she has a healing touch.
Well, she has a European flair, and that's how she was trained. So she brings like, you're not just getting like the facial treatment, but you're getting like her a true therapeutic facial that has a European touch to it, and it's very relaxing. Yeah. Very soothing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I've done microneedling a few times. We have a couple of different peeps that we are close with that are friends that have places. So our friend Tracy at Rejuv, we've done stuff there. And then our friend Lindsay, we just talked about. And then I also have a dermatologist. Her name is Michelle at Legacy Dermatology.
Yeah, I go to the same person.
She is my, she's my derm, and I love her, and I love her office. And so it's kind of like a mixture between those three places. And
then I think the microneedling is a good one to touch on real quick, because I saw huge results when I did that.
I did too.
And I would say maybe once a year, but when I did their whole round of, I think 4, it was like 3 in a winter, and then I did 1 in the fall for an entire year, and my skin was insane. I just haven't put that on my schedule this winter, unfortunately, but that's a fantastic one. I think that, even, there's certain people I like a little bit more on the gentler side versus aggressive side, but there's a couple days of you're just pretty red. Like for me, I get pretty red.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you get too bad. Yeah.
Mine's only the day of. Yeah. And then I'm fine the next day.
Mine's the next day.
I was going to say you have a different.
Mine's actually a couple days where I'm really red. I'm a little more fair. Jen's a little bit darker in natural skin tone. I'm more olive, but, we see great results with that, from fine lines to just texture of the skin. I haven't done any laser treatments.
I haven't either. So we're not going to be the best people to hear from when it comes to like more invasive things, because I'm just flat out just going to say I'm just kind of a wuss when it comes to that.
Same.
And I don't want to go and be uncomfortable. So I'm just not willing to do it. I want to do like the great products, and I want to do things that I can see results with, but that aren't super invasive. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. There are a couple new treatments that I'm kind of got my eye on. So we'll report back maybe in 6 months or so, because I'm doing some research on them, and based on Jenna, who we follow on from Agent and Tour. She is kind of the same way. She's younger, so she has a little more youthful skin, but she definitely is on the same mindset as us. And she shares very openly about what she does. And so she just shared the other day, and there was some cool new technology that she just had done and down in Miami. And I was like, oh, I wonder if anybody's doing that.
Yeah. I was familiar with them, with what she's doing, that people doing it around here.
Okay.
There's another one that I just booked too that I'll report back on. That I'm excited about.
So we'll continue to share, because it's always evolving. But we kind of have like this a little bit of a line drawn in the sand about what we feel like we will do and not do. I mean, and obviously that could change.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's more of a uncomfortableness for me. Like I mean, even the microneedling, there's been a couple times where it was still too much for me. It almost felt like I was getting tattooed, because the numbing cream wore off. So in certain spots, it just didn't take, and it just was really uncomfortable for me. And I was like,
and it's expensive. Everything is really expensive. So you have to be like,
pick and choose.
Yeah, you have to pick and choose. And I feel like it's more like, I don't want to just go do something to do it. Like, it has to be intuitive. Like, I'm really feeling it. Like, I really feel like I'm drawn to it, or I'm like super interested in it. Kind of gets me excited. Like, it's got to be like it just goes back to that whole intuitive thing. Like, it's got to be a hell yes. Like, I want to. Yeah, I'm really excited to do that. If it's not, then it's a no. And
well, I've done a couple things and that were way too much money, and I didn't see anything. I felt like you get more results from working out at the gym regularly and eating well versus some of the other things that they tell you. Like,
I know there's been a couple times where I'm like, you tell me, you tell me what you think, and if I should do it or
don't
not.
do that. It's a waste of money.
You saved me some money for sure. Cause I was like, okay, let me know. Yeah. And that, that's kind of part of it too, is I think it's important to find people that you trust in that, and that are kind of like-minded in what you want to do with your skin, or what you're willing to do or willing to try, and that are in the industry. I mean, we're lucky to have really close friends who are also estheticians or own the businesses that can be honest with us and share, like, knowing you, Jen, you're not going to want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can be honest about it.
Well, I had a friend who just did, she did Moxie and Halo all in one. And she showed me pictures, and she's the one who said, she goes, I looked like the boy from the movie that Cher when we were growing up.
Oh yeah.
And she did. And I was like, oh yeah, girl, you do. Like you are, her eyes were swollen shut. Her face was like almost unrecognizable. And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, hell yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I mean. It's going to be different for everybody. So you got to do you for sure. You do you. But I think because we get asked a lot, it is fun to share. And, it's fun to know, like, what other people are doing. Yeah. And what you think works. And
let us know if you know any of the miracle.
Yeah.
Where's that fountain of youth at? We'll go swimming in it.
Where's that facelift? Where's that natural facelift that doesn't hurt?
You guys, I remember when I was younger thinking like I'm talking like when my, young 20s, I was like, I know, but by the time we're in our 40s, we're going to have some sort of laser facelift. We're not going to have to do it. And I'm not going to be shy about the fact that I love my youthfulness, and I'm probably going to hang on to it a little bit longer than some might say is I should, but I will.
Right.
Not saying I won't do certain things later on.
But we are going to live longer if we continue to correct the things that, needed to be corrected in our environment and the way we eat and all of that. Hopefully we will live a long life, and we want to do it gracefully and feel good about ourselves and be healthy, like all the way around. So,
and I think when you're doing all of the things, we're eating well, we're working out, we're like doing all of the things, like everything else they're just considered supplements in my world. Yeah. It's just a supplement.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun. It's, we're lucky to have those things. If it makes you feel better, do whatever you got to do. Like, but be conscious of the toxicity of it. That part is just really important.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Know your
I think
products.
that's why we're so there is a line that we have in the sand a little bit when it comes to that because of there's just things that even though they say yes, they're okay, my intuition says no. So
their standards are different, though.
That. Yeah.
So like, who's saying yes, it's okay, that we no longer trust? I think that's the biggest
and
piece.
how many times has that happened over the years where they've like things have been approved, and then 20 years later they're like, oh, so sorry. Now we're back to tell you that this was causing this.
Happens all the time. Happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where your gut instinct, your intuition comes in. Like, you have to listen to your body when you are making even those kinds of decisions. Like, are you feeling it? Like, does it feel like a thing for you? If you're unsure, don't do it. And there's just too many times where I'm unsure. So I'm just like, I can't do it. So, and that's just kind of my rule of thumb.
Yep.
So,
Go with your
okay.
gut.
Yeah, we'll put some links to on the favorites page. The favorites page is growing over on the website.
And it's so great. I feel like every time I go over there, I'm like, it's so helpful, and there's so many great things on there, and to scroll through, and we're just noticing a lot of people visiting it. So
yep,
we'll always be adding as we think of things to put on there. So just keep checking back on that and we'll add everything that we've talked about today. We'll add on to that as well.
Absolutely. Okay. Share with us if you got anything that special you want to share. Yeah. And we'll report back on the other stuff.
All right. Bye.
Thanks again, friends, for joining us today on our latest podcast episode. We love sharing this with you. So please share the love if you feel called to all your friends and family.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on what we're going to talk about next. It's always so juicy.
And of course, you can find us on social, Instagram, Vibe Well Lifestyle, and Vibe Well on Facebook. Love y'all.
And if you're in town, make sure you stop by and see us at Vibe Well too.
Yeah, we would love to see your cute face.
See you soon.
Bye.